watching you. There's someone out there.
What's up, Mob Crew? I'm Chris, and today's missing person case is Dawn. Also, today's person of interest is Olivia. Today's missing person case is Courtney.
Hello? Oh, doesn't work right here. They don't have freaking shit. Hello? What's up, Mob Crew? Welcome to the show. I am Chris with Monsters Under the Bed. If you guys can hear me, please put a 1 in the chat if you could for me. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my show. Let me just fix my camera here just a little bit. Alright, perfect. So as you can tell, for the regulars, I don't have my normal setup because we're going to be watching some footage again, so I kind of took the borders down that I usually have, so that way you guys can kind of see it better. So thank you guys so much for putting a 1 in the chat, and thank you guys again so much, and the mods especially, for taking the time out of your day to help with the chat. We got everybody in here. I wish I could shout everybody out. We've already got almost 200 people in here. Thank you guys so much for the support. It means the world to me. As you know, this Dylan Rounds is from Utah. He went missing in May. Last seen physically, it's been changed from the 27th now to the 26th. Sure. Sorry, I'm reading something on the screen here, but yes, that's fine. My email's right here. Thank you. Let me pin that up top, so if you need to email me. So he was last seen. Let me get this. Boop. Okay, so he was last seen on the 26th. It changed from the 27th back to the 26th. But he spoke to it, and that was in Montello. He spoke to his grandmother on the 28th, which is a short phone call early in the morning, telling his grandmother that he was going to put his grain truck back in. And that was the last time anyone had heard from him. Sunday goes by, no one heard from him. They got worried, and the mother comes out. And let me pull up the map here real quick. So the mother comes out, and she sees that the camper. So this is where, because there was a lot of confusion, and even I had gotten this wrong the first time I showed it, because when you see any footage, you see a lot of footage of where he kept his grain truck. And so a lot of people thought this was kind of like where his camper and his truck were. But this is where his grain truck was located. But actually, he stayed over here. And this is where his camper and truck. So it's now obviously this satellite image is about 3 years old, so it's not up to date. But this is kind of where he stayed at, his camper and his truck. And she said sometimes he would just hike this 5 miles to his grain truck. It's pretty crazy. And then they also found his boots about 100 yards away. We think that it could have been this little mound of dirt right here, but they looked like they were just tossed. And they found the boots with a bit of blood on them, and so they sent those into forensic. So now it's been over 2 weeks. I, of course, live in Utah, and this obviously we wanted to get out there because they need help. Because as you can see, it's a very vast area. There's a lot of ground to cover, and so we went out there this last Monday and got a lot of footage. We got a drone so we could go out there and cover a lot more ground. And I also walked a couple of washes and checked a couple of other places. And so we kind of been looking back at some of the drone footage. And we also want to go back out there again. But so there's been some updates, obviously. So let me play you just a little article real quick here.
Authorities have ramped up their search for 19-year-old Dylan Rounds with a criminal investigation. Tonight we are hearing from the Box Elder County Sheriff's Office and from Dylan's mom. News Specialist Matt Rascone has more on what we know about this search. Matt, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Mike, it's not a whole lot of details right now. The family is saying that Dylan Rounds was last heard from or seen May 28th and then was reported missing on May 30th. The sheriff's office says this is a top priority. They have all 5 of their detectives on the case searching for...
Wait a minute, what did he just say?
5 of their detectives on the case searching for answers for Dylan's family.
Hold on. What did he just say?
May 30th, the sheriff...
Let me go back just a little bit more.
Rounds was last heard from or seen May 28th and then was reported missing on May 30th.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
the sheriff's office says this is a top priority. They have all 5 of their detectives on the case searching for answers for Dylan's family.
2.5 weeks into the search through this barren desert.
It's been horrible because we don't have anything.
There's still no clear direction.
I mean, we have beat that desert.
For where 19-year-old Dylan Rounds could be.
We go down the rabbit hole and there's nothing. We come back out of it and we jump down another one and there's still nothing.
Frustrating doesn't begin to describe the experience for Dylan's mom, Candace Cooley.
Oh, it's terrible, the not knowing.
Dylan has been living in this trailer off and on for the last few years.
It's all there. It's like he just vanished.
So here is a shot. I'm going to pause this real quick. So here is a shot. As you can see, there's the dust storm. So we kind of encountered that a little bit. So as you can see, you got the road here and a road. It's almost like an X. And let me just pull this up so you guys can see here. So this is a shot looking east here. So you're looking at a shot of this camper and truck here. And then there's a water hole that was dug. I think it's approximately right here.
Working the land.
His farm was his life. For him to just walk away, we knew was not a possibility.
Oh, if I could summarize this search, it would be difficult and exhausting.
Box Elder County Chief Deputy Cade Palmer says volunteer teams have logged 300+ hours of searching, covering more than 3,000 miles, and still no answers.
That's when things start looking like it's not normal. There's something else going on.
Now they're calling Dylan's disappearance a criminal investigation.
Whether you find evidence of a crime or not, he wasn't in the area he was supposed to be in.
The effort is overdue in Candace's mind.
We might be a little bit behind the boat, but at least it's happening.
As difficult as it is to bear, the added criminal investigation offers some relief in this remote desert.
You feel like you don't have to do it by yourself. You're not alone anymore.
Knowing others are determined to find her son.
People out there know.
Yeah, as you heard, Candace believes someone out there knows something. Detectives were out there again today, and they're not alone. You have canines, drones, volunteers, and several other agencies all a part of this search.
Okay, so there's that clip. So yes, it's a great question. So yeah, for those that have been following me for a while, yes, we went out Monday and the plan was to go out tomorrow. Well, and of course I was on Grizzly True Crime. Shout out to Gizla from hosting me on that channel. She is an amazing content creator. We've been covering the same case. Please go check out her channel after this. And so I was on her channel yesterday, and she was nice enough to send all her donations to me because she knew that we were planning to go out tomorrow. But then, I think later yesterday, they sent out an update, and I'll show you that here. So this was tweeted out yesterday. This cancellation, so it says the weekend organized searches for Saturday, which would have been tomorrow, the 18th, and the 19th, have been canceled. This cancellation is allowed for EquiSearch and law enforcement to conduct their searches and investigation with no impediment from the public. We will keep you posted about progress and any organized searches in the future. Thank you for helping. Hashtag Find Dylan Rounds. We are so blessed to have such an outpouring of support. The Round/Cooley family. So with that, we could still technically go out there and go in a different direction because it's just so vast. But we just feel like that just really wouldn't look good. So we think we're going to go Monday. As long as they're hopefully done with their stuff. I'm assuming we'll probably most likely go Monday because yeah, we'd like to go out there with a metal detector this time because we understand that he's missing his key fob. And my key fob. Some people are asking what a key fob is. So a key fob, something like this here. And so he's missing that, his gun, and his wallet. So a lot of those things would help with the metal detector. But so right now we thought, with them out there, like I said, it's vast. We could go out there in a completely different direction. They probably have no idea we would be out there. But I just feel like, we don't want to rub the family the wrong way. We just want to show that we're just there to support. So we're going to let them do their thing this weekend. And then Monday, we'll head out there as long as there's nothing else, as long as they don't put anything like this out that says they don't want people out there. But it's so vast. I mean, they need as much help as they can get, in my opinion. There is just a lot of ground to cover. So, just to show you guys, and then we'll talk about Aiden as well. But just for those that might not know what EquiSearch is, so they're just kind of a search and recovery team that started in the 2000. It started as like a volunteer horse-mounted search and recovery for the lost and missing. The team was started in North Galveston County area, which is in Texas, hence Texas EquiSearch. This was in mind because the team's existence and purpose is dedicated to the memory of Laura Miller, the daughter of the founding director, Tim Miller. Laura was abducted and murdered in North Galveston County in 1984. So this was in her honor. So they currently have approximately over 1,000 members and growing rapidly. We are currently available to conduct searches nation and worldwide. They're a nonprofit, which is funded solely by donations. And so, let's see. Skip a little bit of that. So what they have, they have everything. Our members come from all walks of life, consisting of business owners, medics, firefighters, housewives, electricians, students, former FBI and law enforcement. Our resources range from horse and rider teams to foot searches to ATVs, water searches, boats, divers, sonar equipment. So they have it all. So it's nice to see that they're going to go out there. which is, they need all the help they can get because it's just a very vast area. So before we, like I said, we'll show the footage. So as you guys know, we went out there and got a lot of good footage, 4K footage from the drone, and we did some kind of like what I called watch party, just because, there's a lot of footage and we could have missed something, and I played it for you guys, and then I told you guys if you'd seen anything to put it in the timestamps in the comments, and then I would go back and look at it, and if we anything that we might have seen, I would zoom in. That's the nice thing about 4K is you can zoom in and you really don't lose any kind of quality, so that's awesome. Thank you G's52 for upgrading membership to the mob crew. Yes, so I'm going to be changing, just real quick, I will be changing my membership stuff, but I will put that out in a community post. But yeah, I'll be, because I've got so much footage, extra footage that I want to upload for the members, so I'm going to be kind of changing a few things, but we'll save that for the community post. But yeah, so if you're wondering why some people names are highlighted, that's because they're a member. As you can see, there's emojis that are special. If you want those, you can join my channel. That helps support us. So there was, before Dylan went missing, there was Aiden Clune. He went missing on the 27th of April, basically almost just 1 month prior. Same age. They almost look like the same. I mean, brown hair, brown eyes, I believe. They're pretty close. They look a lot alike. So he went missing 50 miles south of Wells, Nevada. And Dylan went missing. Obviously, he was last seen in Nevada, which is Montello, and was heard from in Lucin area, but it's right on the border. So it is suspicious that you have two kids, 19 years old, that go missing about 60 miles from each other. It says Aiden was experiencing some mental health crisis, possibly triggered by a medication change. He drove out into the desert, left his vehicle, and was tracked to have walked 10 miles until the tracks were lost. He was wearing black high-top Nikes, possibly a gray sweatshirt, and black North Face coat. Unfortunately, it was snowing even in April, and with the desert, sadly, yes, it can get really warm during the day, but during the night, you can go from like 100 degrees to like 30s or even below. It's a huge temperature drop. So unfortunately, if he didn't have the right clothing and a blanket or something like that, he's not going to last long, unfortunately, without help. So let's see, just got my notes I want to go through. So let's just take a look at the difference between where he went missing and where Dylan went missing, just to give you guys an idea. So here is Montello. Here is Lucin, where it says Waterhole, that's basically Lucin. You got Montello here. This red line right here goes to, it's 80 miles. This is Wells right here. And then if you go 50 miles south, this is where it takes you. So it looks like he went missing, Aiden went missing somewhere in this kind of, as you can see, they said Curry. So somewhere in this area here. So this is 80 miles, this line you see here. So it's not that far. It's about just a little over an hour drive. Well, maybe an hour and a half because you have to go around mountains and stuff. But it is curious that two kids, same age, go missing a month apart. So, but when we went out there, we did talk to some locals, and one of the locals told me they knew about Aiden and felt after they hearing about Dylan Rounds going missing, they kind of felt like there could have been a connection. So it was interesting. We were told quite a bit of information. Some of that I can't speak because it was told to me in confidence, but there is some strange activity going out there. But I do want to say the people that we met in Lucin were wonderful people. So I just want to reiterate, because it's one thing when you're just reporting on stories. It's another thing when you actually go out there and talk to the town, and these people are not used to this big media coverage. And let's say somebody brings up, drug addicts or something like that. And then when you go talk to the locals that feel like that was kind of directed towards them, they, weren't too happy about that. And so it's definitely a unique perspective to go out there and actually talk to these locals and kind of get the other side of it. There's always two sides to every story, as you know. So, thank you, Walker, so much for becoming a member. Thank you. All right. So yeah, we'll play the footage here in just a minute. There's one more thing I wanted to show you. Okay, so what we know is that his phone pinged in a 15-mile radius. Now, most people, what they do is they take the 15 miles from Lucin, which is the mark here. But I actually know the tower that they used to pull that off. So I will show you something that not probably a lot of people know unless they were out there. But this is actually the real 15 miles. So the tower is actually up on this little Bald Eagle Mountain. So the 15 miles that we want to probably be looking for. Yeah, I can't quite get it accurate. Yeah, there we go. Oh, nope. 1 second. There we go. Save that. Okay. So this is actually the circle, and as you can see, Montello's in here now. Before, if you just put your 15-mile radius on Lucin, Montello's kind of just right there. But I think this is more accurate because, like I said, the cell tower is up in here. It's kind of more towards the end of the Bald Eagle, somewhere about in this area here. We learned that because for the most part, I had no cell service out there until I was on Lion Mountain because I was kind of up high and I was kind of directly across from it. But I thought I would show you guys that. So I think this is... so let me take the other one out real quick. So this would be a more accurate ping for the 15 miles. For those that are wondering. Alright, let's hear. Alright, so, and this is just a picture of the Equisearch guys real quick. I just wanted to show you. So they do it all. They're going to be out there this weekend. And they've got all sorts of vehicles, drones. So, glad to see them out there. Wish we could go out there and help, but, clearly they're working alongside law enforcement. Some people have got the impression that since they didn't want people going out there, they might have discovered something. But from what I was talking to some people that know how Equisearch works, that may not be the case. It's just something that, they just don't want people out there while they're doing their thing. So it makes sense. So... All right, let's see. So let's get into the footage, and then I've got a couple other things. We'll talk about persons of interest at the end. We're not going to talk too much. There was some bombshell information that came out. We'll talk a little bit about it. But since I'm in a unique position, since I'm going to be going back out there, I don't feel comfortable talking about too much about that stuff because obviously talking about persons of interest, especially if they're not in jail, I could go out there and run into, and so just kind of get weird. So yeah, our focus is Dylan. So let's play some of the footage. You guys had marked some stuff. I didn't get it all because it takes a while to cut and paste and zoom in on this stuff, but I did get about 5 or 6 different locations that you guys had pointed out. Probably, yeah. So here was the first one. You guys pointed this out. Clearly just a piece of wood and cylinder thing. Plywood here. But a lot of you guys kind of caught that. I think I seen this because this is the wash that I walked through, and I think I actually came back walking this way. I don't think I was filming when I came back walking, but yeah, I used my foot to kind of lift this up a little bit. It's nothing. But you never know. That'd be something you want to hide some evidence under for sure, or just bury. This is interesting. Like I said, any wood that's covering, you can just hide some evidence under this. So that's another piece of plywood here, buried under the ground. I'm pretty sure I did take just this. I took a stick and lifted that up a little bit, but there wasn't anything under it. Okay, now this one was interesting. I'm not sure exactly what this black thing is right here. You guys were pointing this out. So, it's tough to say. It almost looks like a burnt piece of wood. Maybe a burnt piece of clothing. I clearly did not see that when I was walking. I was on the other side of the wash. Let me go back to that one more time. Actually, let me play this in VLC. That way I can slow stuff down for you guys. Okay, let me get caught back up here. Okay, cool. Slower, and just a little bit slower. Okay. So yeah, not sure what this is. This is the best I could zoom in. I could probably crop it and zoom in with a Photoshop or something. Not sure what that is. This is interesting. Then you guys pointed some of this stuff out. I think you guys said you thought you saw a skeleton somewhere in here. Don't look like anything. There are some bones. I did see a lot of bones, but the ones that I saw, obviously I don't touch anything, but the bones that I saw were animal bones. Obviously you're gonna get a lot of animal bones. Cows, it's, you got cows out there. Oh, I think you guys were talking about this or something, but this looks just like some a buried aluminum. Not 100% sure what that is. That's kind of interesting. Oh, thank you guys. As I said, we can't wait to get back out there. And I know a lot of people are worried about our safety, and that makes us, like I said, you guys are amazing. just know that we grew up in Utah. Nick's actually lived in this stuff, like actually lived in this kind of desert before. I used to camp out in this kind of stuff, so I'm used to playing in this kind of environment as a kid. So this is just like a backyard to me. Just that, like I said, it has rattlesnakes. I think I only saw one snake when I was out there, but you do have to be careful of your surroundings. So let's see, this one. Oh yes, this one was interesting. I did not check this out. Looks to be a piece of another kind of wood. Could have been a sign or something. Very interesting. I know where all this stuff is at, but yeah, it looks like it's a piece of wood, kind of half buried into the wash here. Now here comes the famous thing. Everybody's been looking at this, so I got a good picture for you guys for this one. Because you guys were pointing this out. I think a lot of other content creators took this as well. Because I uploaded this to Facebook so the family knows that they can go through it and, you know, law enforcement needs it. But yeah, I zoom up on this thing here. Take a sip here real quick. Yeah, there's some coyotes. I heard bobcats. We didn't see anything, but they're out there. Yeah, I think it's some kind of sink. It is unique. It's weird whatever's in it though. I thought it was kind of a mesh roll. So here, oops, pause. There it is zoomed in. This is what's nice about 4K and being out so far out, is that we can zoom in and you really don't lose much quality. So I think it was some kind of maybe sink. I think it's a little too small to be a washer. I think it's just one of those deep sinks, you know. And then it looked like kind of like a mesh roll, a roll of mesh, rusted mesh. Not sure. Like I said, to me that's about what it looks like. It's kind of interesting. Looks like almost like a hookup right there is what that is. Clearly you can see a label right here, some kind of label to whatever it is. So must have just got I'm sure probably these were thrown out at some point, and then, you know, there was a massive storm, and then it just kind of pushed it along, and then these bushes, these shrubs or whatever, kind of obviously stopped it, and it's just not going anymore. Water heater. Oh, could be. It could be a water heater. It's just weird how it's got the square to it, but yeah. I haven't seen that one. Yeah, it could be a water heater. Kind of weird. I think you're right, actually. It's just weird how it's like almost a square now. But I think you're right. Interesting. Whoever said that, that's pretty good. Alec, yeah. Exploded water heater. That could be. Interesting. It's just weird. Like I said, the square just kind of threw me off. So we got the Grizzly in the house. Shout out to Gizla K from the Grizzly True Crime. Like I said, I was on her show yesterday, and she sent all her donations to me to help us go out there and search for Dylan again. So shout out to her. That was so sweet of her. But yeah, I think, yeah, water heater. Yeah, because you can see the pipe. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So we got a couple more. So I was trying to get at all angles because, like I said, it was just so weird. Let's see that. Alright, keep going. Okay, and then somebody points something out on the left here. I believe. Yeah, it's something going to be here. Now, just in case if you're wondering, this is west. This is almost the edge of the Bald Eagle Mountain. If you were just to go around this little mountain here, it would take you to Montello. So Montello is kind of like that way, not far, probably about 30 minutes, maybe less. Yeah, probably 30 minutes because it's a rough road. Okay, you guys point something out. There it is. Okay. Yeah, you guys had pointed this out, so I zoomed in on this. This could be not sure what that is. It almost looks like something from the railroad that kind of got tossed out. But you guys definitely pointed that out. Looks like a piece of track or something that got dirt looks disturbed. Yeah, so I think that's just a piece of railroad or something like that. It is interesting though. It's a UFO. And we got one or two more here. So you guys spot something right here. Now this is interesting. This could just be maybe somebody had a fire pit right here. Not 100%. And then somebody thought this was a skeleton, but I don't think that's a skeleton. I said there are bones out there, but they're ones that we came across. They're animal bones. Let me go back to that one more time just so you guys can see it. Because a lot of you guys pointed these two things out right here. But I just don't think, obviously, they would leave anything out in the open. I mean, unless he wandered off and, died of natural causes, then you would find something like that. But I think that looks... It's tough to say, but it just kind of looks like a fire pit. Weird. That did look like a skeleton, though. It's creepy because, like, just the way the sticks and everything, the branches, it's kind of the way they lay out. Thank you so much, Sweet Caroline. Thank you, and Nick, for doing this. Thank you, Sweet Caroline. It is my pleasure and honor. Like I said, we cannot wait to get back out there. We were really disappointed that, like I said, we could go out there tomorrow, but we just feel like it just wouldn't look good, and so, we want to respect the family's wishes. So, but so the plan is Monday. And like I said, I've got tons of footage for the members. Okay, so I'm going to show you. And then, like I said, we'll talk about some POIs at the end. Okay. Alright, now you guys haven't heard the audio to this. So yeah, obviously I went into the cellar here. Root cellar. Chris, did you see the tire track past the bridge? Past the bridge. I will take a look at it. I know where all the bridge is at, so I will look at it. Thank you. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes, I have looked at it. Well, if we get some time, we'll take a look at it. Thank you, Lady M. I know exactly what you're talking about. So yeah, this was creepy. Like I said, I haven't played you guys the audio of this. So, all right, just to lighten the mood for a minute. Well, I got 460 of you in here. We're gonna skip to the end for a minute, and I'm gonna, because I told you guys this story the other day, but I didn't have the audio. But now I have the audio. So, like I said, I have Nick probably 2 football fields away from me, because he's flying a drone over a wash directly behind me, west. I am at the water hole. So, and I am going around this water hole, which isn't too big, but there's a lot of trees that go around it. And, you know, someone could easily kind of walk up on you and you have no idea, because you're just kind of, you've got all these trees that are kind of blocking your view. But as I'm coming around this watering hole, I start hearing twigs snap. And so I'm just going to play it. And oh, so here's the fresh water. So as you can see, they got the bucket. The fresh water comes out here. And then it goes into the swamp. But okay, so when I get about here, I start to hear a twig snap. And I turn to my left. And I hear more twigs snapping. And I know it's caught on camera a little bit, but not as much as from what I heard. But yeah, this is golden. I'm hearing twig snap. I'm like, oh shoot, is there someone here? And it's a damn squirrel.
Jesus, fucking squirrel.
Swear to God, that squirrel was the worst encounter out there. That nearly gave me a heart attack. You can literally hear the squirrel before he runs out. It was like he was laughing. You can literally hear him go, ha ha ha. Like, sucker, see ya. Yeah, so that squirrel, like I said, if I had a gun, he's so lucky. So lucky I wasn't armed. Oh, man, that squirrel. Oh, it's so crazy. Like I said, I just started hearing twigs snapping, and so I look to my left, and then you can hear it. You can hear it, yeah, and it runs off. So, yeah, sucker. Yeah, so anyway. So you guys pointed something out. Let me see if we can find it here. Where is it? Whereabouts? Oh yes, this thing here. Yeah, so I think that is a steam vent. Where you can see the lid and everything. So for those that may not know, the water hole, there used to actually be like a fairly big town, like probably the size a little bit smaller than Montello. You know, that's where they all kind of, when they first came out. But now it's not there anymore. So, yeah, that is, because you guys kept pointing that out, and I'm like, ooh. I thought it was a can. Clearly, I walked right past it. I mean, I saw it, but I thought it was just like a big can of beans or something. But, yeah, you're right. You can kind of see the lid and everything, but, yeah. So, clearly, they had, you know, stuff underground here. Sorry, it's in slow motion. That's why it sounds like that. So there is that. You wanted to see. I'll show you the town.
At least have to be able to get a vehicle. And that's why that one wash looks.
Is this what you're talking about, Lady M? Yeah, there was a lot of. It was fishy. It seems like there was tracks here, and we definitely want to come back here. I'm going to turn down the volume on this. But yeah, there was. It's tough to tell what are tracks. I mean, you do see tracks. Yep, right here. Clearly, there's tracks right there. So that's kind of why we went in here. And we kind of scoped around. So, I know there's a few more things you guys had pointed out. Obviously, I looked under this thing. Let's see. Yeah, you have to really be careful about boulders, snakes. You know, it's one thing when you're walking on the dirt, you can see like the little snake holes that they bury under. Boulders are another thing because they can just be hanging out in between a boulder. So we crossed the boulder field here. But yeah, we want to get the drone flying in this wash here. This is just some kind of mesh type. I'm not sure what that material is exactly, but yeah, it's nothing out of the ordinary. People are kind of talking about that. But yes, this with all these bushes out here and stuff, yeah, we definitely want to fly in this wash next. That's one location. We got a couple locations, so let me show you the overview, and then yeah, we'll talk about a little bit of the PUIs. Yes, there's been some new rumors coming out. I don't want to talk about too much because, like I said, we have to go back out there. Let's see. Oh yeah, this will be for the members. So yeah, we encountered some moo-moos and stuff out there. Another video, but let me show you the town of Montello because the more that we're researching, it seems like something might have went down in Montello or something. So this is Montello. Let me show you the overview, and then I'll play you the whole clip here. So this is the Saddle Sore Bar. Apparently this is where he went to eat on the 26th. It's not very big. It was kind of creepy when we went out there. What was I going to say about it? Yeah, we'd heard some stories. So Kurt, the guy that apparently knows Dylan, apparently they were closer than we know. And so he owns the bar. Kurt also has a brother named Troy, which just learned some new information today. Troy, so the brother of Kurt, is a really bad dude. I'll show you the article. Fortunately, I can't pull up the whole article because I have to pay for it. Let's see, where is it? So here, pull up his... Yeah, so that's Troy. That's the brother of Kurt. Not a friendly face. Anyway, apparently this Troy guy, the brother of Kurt, it says was arrested at a bar in Montello. Well, I think there's really only one bar. I think there's two, but I think there's just one. On 2 charges of burglary and 1 of stalking. From what people tell me, he might be an SO, an offender. So yeah, red flag for both of them. Huge red flag for Troy. So yeah, we can kind of talk about Troy because he's a really bad dude, and but yeah, it's kind of stinks because I can't pull up this article and I can't find any other articles because it's the Elko Daily, and they want me to pay $5 or something. But I can't find any other articles, but so anyway, yeah, he's a bad guy. It's got a bad history. So that's the brother of Kurt, who owns the bar. So now you're kind of getting an idea that there's some bad dudes out there. This, if you guys don't know, this is Chase Venstra. He is reportedly the barefoot guy that had no shoes that told mom that he didn't pick up, but then they found out that he did actually pick him up. Before Dylan went missing, back in 2016 in Clinton, Utah, law enforcement officials had revealed that a suspect, Chase Venstra, was well hidden in a Clinton home before his arrest after an all-day standoff. According to authorities, the Friday standoff started after police in Clinton recognized Venstra, 34, who has several warrants for DV, assault, and stalking. Police say Venstra ran from the police into a home near 2850 1400 North around 9 a.m. It's believed he was armed. Police said he refused to come out. Law enforcement responded. It was announced before 6 p.m. that the suspect was found hiding in the attic. Police said they searched all residential floors of the house before turning their attention upward. Even once officers entered the attic, they could not immediately see Venstra. I mean, he was like up in the attic, like just super hidden. He didn't want to get arrested. He was not armed, although there were guns at the residence, but it was crazy. An all-day kind of standoff. So you got Chase, who was one of the last people to be with Dylan. We hear about Kurt, whose brother, I just about flipped you guys off. Troy is a very bad guy. Has kind of the same bad history. So we could kind of understand that some of the last people he was seen with are sketchy, I guess you could say, and have a very dark past. So, what's up, Tom Man? Hi, Mom Crew. Hope everyone is having a great day. Same to you, buddy. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. Sheila asks, was there a barefoot hitchhiker? So, from what I understand, the barefoot hitchhiker was Chase. He had... Oops, I keep wanting to... Wait a second here. Yeah, so Chase was the guy that was barefoot and told mom that no, I didn't pick him up, and then later she learned that he did pick him up. So, but we spoke to some searchers just before we left. They told us a very interesting story. which most of that I can't share, but I will share a little bit. They said that this Chase guy is kind of sketchy and was seen kind of coming out of a place with one boot missing and was kind of bloodied. Unfortunately, when we were talking to him, it was kind of windy, and there was like, I was having a conversation with one guy, and Nick was having a conversation with another guy, so it was, some things kind of got lost in translation. It was kind of tough to hear the whole story, which was kind of a bummer, but I just got the impression that clearly that guy was sketchy. So give me 1 second, let me shift here. So like I said, we met up these guys at the water hole. Now they said that when they were in somewhere in this vicinity, I'm going to say probably this vicinity here. I'm not sure. I think it's before, it's on the Utah side. Somewhere in here is a spot where there is a building, a structure, where apparently people meet up to do stuff. And that's all. Leave it at that. They found air mattresses that still had air in it, sleeping bags. It could be a place where people maybe just want to go and drink some beer. Maybe they want to go there to do heavier stuff. It could be used for anything, but I can tell you these guys were creeped out when they came across this structure, this little building that was somewhere out this way. Not exactly sure where. We, like I said, the plan is to go out tomorrow. We were going to go out with them because they didn't have a drone, and they wanted us to help them with the drone because this place did not have a roof, and so they wanted us to fly the drone in and take pictures. But they feel like something could have gone down in that structure there. So I don't know exactly where it is, but all I know is they said it was west of the water hole. It freaked them out. Like I said, the guys that we ran into, the searchers that were friends of the father, very nice guys, but also scary looking, you know. Not like chasing, but just. But so yeah, there's something out here. Not sure exactly where. They just said west of the watering hole, towards the border. So it kind of makes sense. So here you've got him going to Montello. Could there have been a meetup spot or something that goes down? I don't know. But and then something went bad. Who knows? But yeah. That was a good question. Where was he walking from? On top of Shoeless, close to his home, Montello, or... so we heard that he came out walking somewhere from Montello to this way. What they made it sound like. I'm not 100% sure, but... So... I don't know. It's, but we got a bad vibe from Montello. So did the searchers. They had rolled up and... Oh yeah, I know what I wanted to do when I was talking about the story. So here we are at Montello. So this is the town. Some people say it's super sketchy. We talked to one local. I don't know if he was a local, though. I think he might have just been getting gas. There's the gas station right there. You got a motel here. A little construction company. There's the Saddle Sore Bar right there. And then I think this is another bar right here. So I think there's two bars. This is the park. It's not much of a park. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. We turn around and go back into it. So here you got the Centennial Park here. And this one is the Cowboy Bar Cafe. At first we thought, oh, this is so crazy. There is a phone booth with a phone still in it. I mean, gosh, that was so weird to see. That is so strange to see a phone booth with a phone still in it. It's crazy. So that's a different bar, obviously. And you see a lot of this stuff, which is really weird. You just see a lot of glass. I guess it's just kind of an art thing. Make all this art out of glass bottles and stuff. Like I said, I'm going to save a lot of that stuff for the members. But here we're going to roll up. I'm just going to fast forward just a little bit here. And then I'll tell you another story that the searchers told us. So here's the Saddle Sore Bar and Grill here. It was closed. We, of course, would have went in. So I believe there's two owners. I forget the name. There's a female owner, and then there's Kurt. And we drove to the edge of one street. Let me just show you where. So we are driving down this road here. Right? Yep. So we're driving down this road, and then we turn around. This place is the craziest place ever. It's like a castle, and you guys will see it. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. There it is. So wild. And what I'm going to do for the members is I'm going to... So, because we turn around and pass it and go slow. I'm going to zoom in so you can really see some of the... structures that they built out of glass. It's creepy but cool, like what they did with glass. But like I said, people think that this is a shady town. I don't want to speculate too much on it because I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, it's got this crazy paneling on it. Just some crazy, like almost like a little house kids played, you know. And there's the gate to it, I guess. You got glass up here. And then bones up here. So pretty strange. So, and then we speak with the locals for a second.
Yeah, does the gas work?
Hey, does gas work here, sir? Does the gas pumps work here?
Yeah, everything but the unleaded.
Everything?
Oh, really?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they're out there.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah, well, I see. Hey, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
So, I don't know if that guy's a local. He could just been stopping to get gas, but of course, we needed unleaded, but they didn't, so. Anyway, if you guys are just tuning in, we did just go over the aerial footage that you guys caught. I didn't get everything. There's still a few things that I've got to cut and paste and zoom in on, but we can take a quick peek at a few of them. But anyway, I just wanted to tell that story one more time. Like I said, the searchers that we ran into, because I think I'm starting to get a connection of what's going on, but I can only say so much because there's just so many layers to this now. But when the searchers rolled up into this town in Montello, they said when they got there about 5 a.m. in the morning, 5:30, it was still dark, they saw this younger kid on a bike kind of strolling, just riding in front, and he pulled off into one of these houses. Not sure which media might be able but he got off his bike and then just kind of stopped and stared at him. And they said they got super creeped out about that. And like I said, these searchers that encountered this, these guys were armed. Like, and these are, scary looking dudes themselves, if you don't know them. And for them to feel creeped out. And then they proceeded to tell us a story that they saw some things going on in that neighborhood, which I can't speculate any more on or talk about. But it didn't sound good. That's all I can say, is it did not sound good. Now, of course, this has been told, obviously they shared this with Justin, the father, so the family already knows everything. So, but all I can say is I'm getting a sense, and I hate to say it, but the more that stuff comes out, I'm getting more of a sense that something bad happened to Dylan, which it really sucks. It really sucks. But like I said, we're in a unique situation because we're actually going out there and looking for him, so it's not something that I really want to talk too much about, the rumors or the gossip that's coming out right now, because it's just puts us in an awkward position. So, but so for those that want to know, like I said, a lot of people have been using this Lucin to put the 15-mile radius, but this is where the cell tower is. It's somewhere up on this mountain here, and I don't know if I can see it or not. It would show up or not on satellite. It might even not have been put up. I felt like it was like right up on this one right here. So that would be your spot. That would be the tower that they would have probably used to ping. So that would be your 15, which everything fits in there now. So anyway. If you guys got any questions, we'll do a few questions here real quick. While we do that, I'll show you. I'll play the footage while I ask the questions one more time. Yeah, there's a lot of people in here. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Grizzly. Yeah, so yep. For those that need that so they can go off that exact cell tower, because we were showing that. But yes, here's some of the stuff that because like I said, we played all our footage the last couple days, and then I told everybody, if you spotted something, put it in the timestamp in the comments, and then I would go over it, and then I would zoom in and cut paste, and we'd look at it. So that's what we're seeing here. Most of the stuff will look like wood. It could have been. Definitely could have been something neat. So the biggest thing was somebody was talking about this. I think this is just a burnt piece of wood. It could have been burnt piece of clothing. It's definitely interesting. But I think we have figured out what that one huge thing is. Let me jump to that real quick. I think we figured out what this is. So this is, I think, a water heater. I thought it was like a giant sink, one of those deep sinks you can wash your clothes and stuff in. But when somebody said water heater, that actually kind of makes sense. Just kind of exploded. Just for some reason, it kind of looks like it's kind of went square. But especially with that label right there. Those kind of the labels you kind of see on the water heater. So shout out to whoever saw that. That was pretty good. Yeah, I'm not sure what the brown item to the top right is. Yeah, that's a piece of railroad tie or something. And then this is the one I got a lot next to the water heater. So, like I said, I'm not really sure. This could be an animal carcass even. Too small to be human, like a full human. And then a lot of people thought this was a skeleton and stuff. That's, it looks like brush, and then you've got some sticks here. But when you see it far out, it does kind of look like a skeleton laying down. A lot of people pointed that one out. That kind of was like, ooh. But yeah, so that's. But it's nice to know that we've gone through, I think, the footage and know that I think we've cleared anything that looks kind of suspicious anyway. But the game plan is to go out this Monday. So if you guys are just tuning in, yes, we were trying to go out tomorrow. They have now said that we got Texas Echo Search out there. Apparently, they're going to be working with law enforcement, and they do not want the locals to impede with the investigation. So we want to respect their wishes. I do. I really do. And if I wasn't going to go out there and search, I would share it with you guys. But I do think, I will say this, and I'm not saying Dylan did drugs, but I think it has to do with drugs and foul play, but I think it may be SA. So, but that's about as much as I could say. Because you got to look at Troy, the brother of Kurt. He's got a really nasty past. And then you've got Chase, who's also got a pretty interesting past as well. So, it sounds like there was just some bad fish out there, and Dylan was kind of caught in the middle, maybe, and so, and I really wish I could share more, but like I said, when you're kind of being involved more with the search and stuff, it's kind of tough to talk about that kind of stuff because it just doesn't feel right until we find Dylan. So, oh my God, yeah, he is bad. I really wish I could show that article because what he did sounds like he chained up some girls or something, or chained up some victims. So yeah, very bad dude. But so anyway, I think, like I said, I sorry I haven't been doing pet time. I will get all caught up. Like I said, we've been doing repairs on the car because we kind of had to get set up because we popped a tire when we were coming back, and Yeah, so, and we want to go out and get a metal detector. So it's kind of nice not to have to go out tomorrow, because now we can kind of gives us a few more days to kind of pack up some more things and be over prepared for Mondays. So that's what we're shooting for. And like I said, I've got some amazing content, extra stuff for the members. I'll be dropping stuff probably tomorrow and throughout the week. So Chris, you've lived experience with the landscape and culture of the areas is such a benefit for Dylan's case. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I used to go camping in these areas, so it's not like this is Utah. This is what our mountains, we live in a desert, so it's more or less all the same. So we are experienced, and I'm not alone. I've got Nick with me, and he's lived in this kind of environment as well, with natives near the Skinwalker Ranch, and it's just the same kind of area. So, but I think with that, I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, understood. You have to be careful, Chris. Your safety and keeping your word is more important than our curiosity. That's true. I've been told a lot of stuff in confidence because I've kept, and there's a lot of those people that are watching, and they've told me because they know that I've gone live and not shared those certain stories. So, and I, of course, I wish I could share some of that stuff, but just the timing is not good. But for right now, the most important thing is find Dylan, spreading awareness, and let's just show this poster one more time. So this is Dylan. There's a $20,000 reward. 19 years old, 5'10", brown hair, brown eyes. Then let's show Aiden. I believe they're doing a search party this Saturday. I didn't know until just like 10 minutes before I went live. So they're actually doing a search party for him. I forget where they're meeting up, but it's on Twitter. And so they're going to meet up, and so they're going to look for him. So that's amazing. I wish I would have known that earlier. Maybe we would have jumped out there and helped look for them. Help them look. But we already made plans for Saturday now to do other things and get repairs going. So, but maybe we can, go out, search for Dylan one day, and then maybe go out and search for Aiden one day. So we'll see what we have to do, see what we can do. So I think that's it. Like I said, I'll have a community post with the updated members tiers and like what we're doing and changing some things. Yeah, meeting at Albertsons and Curie. Thank you so much, Cry Mystery Monsters. Thank you, buddy. Yep. Meeting at Albertsons tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what time. I'm sure you probably know the time, maybe. But yep, they're going to meet in Curry. And so that's awesome. So with that said, thank you, mods. Thank you, Grizzlies. And thank you, just everybody. And thank you, everybody, for the donations. It really helps us. And like I said, we're going to get out there hopefully Monday, as long as they don't put anything out about the public. So that's what we're aiming for. Thanks, Crane Mystery. So it looks like 8 a.m. tomorrow, Curry, Albertsons, search for Aiden. So that's awesome. So we might go live tomorrow, not sure. If not, we will go do a live just before we go out there. So, and then obviously we'll go live when we go out there as well. So, all right, guys, I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Please check out Grizzly True Crime. She's amazing. She's covering this case as well. 15-mile radius isn't enough, in my opinion. Oof. 15 miles. It's big. It's tough. Thank you so much, Louise. Thank you, Miss Stewie. Thank you, all mods, members. Thank you.